Hello and welcome to today's full body stretch. I'm Candace. I'm really excited to have you here. Whether you are choosing to do this stretching routine in the morning, after a workout, or in the evening to wind down, this is a great just full body stretch. I know for me, I just finished a workout, so thank you for joining me and enjoy. If you need any modifications, take a modification if you need, especially if you've got any injuries that you're working through or anything, or if you feel like you need to hold a pose a little bit longer, do so. Let's dive in. Join me with your yoga mat. Feel free to grab a pillow. I know for me on my hardwood floor, I sometimes like to support my knees with a nice pillow. It can be great for a little relaxation tool at the end as well. So come join me. We're gonna start standing to begin with. So feet are stacked underneath your hips, shoulder width apart, reaching up, take a nice big inhale, and then bring your hands together and reach up toward the ceiling, take a nice deep breath in, and then hinging from those hips, reach down for your toes. Exhale, bring those hands together, inhale, reach up, and exhale down. We're gonna get those shoulders to start off with. Take your right hand, bring it behind your back. Push down your elbow with your left hand. You're gonna hold this here for 30 seconds. Try to don't be arcing the back here. Keep that rib cage nice and tucked. Get a nice stretch into that tricep and shoulder. Looking straight ahead. Breathing in through the nose. Maybe breathing out through the mouth. One more deep breath, and switch sides. Pushing down on that elbow. You may notice one side a little bit more flexible than the other. That is normal, especially if you've got some tightness in the body. Awesome, and release. Okay, your next one, you can either use a doorway or a wall, but you're gonna stand with your hip facing the wall, whether you start with your right hip, you're gonna bring your left arm outside, or use the doorway like this. I'm gonna bring my arm out nice and straight, so my wrist is in line with my shoulder, hip is against the wall, and I'm turning away from the wall. Feeling a nice stretch in through your chest and shoulder. Try to keep a soft bend to your knees. Breathing into your chest. Bring the other arm behind your back. Breathe into the nose, out through the mouth. One more. Awesome, release, feeling the difference between the two. Wow, I even got a little bit of tingling down my arm on that one. And that's normal if you're getting some tingling. Now, if it feels painful, don't turn into your stretch as much. Just feel it, just breathe into it and stretch till you feel like, oh, okay, that's good. And then just hold it there. And as you continue to breathe, you might be able to stretch deeper into that muscle. But the thing with stretching is you want it to be more passive. So you want to be like, oh yeah, it's a nice stretch, but you're not hurting yourself. You know what I mean? So you only know your pain tolerance. Try to keep that hip against the wall. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna come onto all fours. Feel free to use that pillow for your knees if needed. Hands stacked underneath your chest. Okay, so shoulders, elbows, wrists are all aligned. Knees are stacked underneath your hips. Pushing through your upper body. Toes are into the floor. You're gonna inhale, we got a nice cat cow. Dropping that belly down, shoulders down and away from those ears. As you exhale, round through, push through the upper body. Inhale. Look up. And exhale, round through. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, come back to neutral. sure the left hand goes to the center, right hand reaches up, draws a nice line up towards the ceiling. Keep your hips open towards your left side. And you feel a nice stretch in that side body. And then you're gonna thread the needle here. You're gonna bring that right arm underneath the left. Ear down to the floor. Left arm can reach up and overhead. Again, be mindful of your hips. Maybe taking them more towards your right side now. Feel a nice stretch into the side body, into the thoracic spine. Nice stretch in that upper back. Couple more deep breaths in and out. And push into that left hand. Reach up. Okay, let's switch sides. Right hand comes underneath your chest. Drawing a line up. Keep your hips towards your right. And then weave it through, thread the needle. Now you can keep your hips towards your left side. Reaching that right arm overhead, or you can leave your hand chilling out where it was when you started. Try to really you can even push your right hand into the mat to get a little bit more of a twist. Try to really keep your hips right over your knees. Couple more deep breaths in and out here. Amazing. I actually want you to reach both arms forward. It's a puppy pose. So keeping your hips up nice and high. You can bring your chin down to your mat, just like a puppy would, toes into the floor. And then sink your butt down into child's pose. Knees can come a little bit wider if needed. 5 deep breaths in and out here. Maybe going up onto your fingertips. Try to really sit your butt back onto your heels. One more deep breath. And come all the way up onto your knees. Perfect. So this one I know I for sure need my pillow for. I'm going to keep my right knee down, bringing the left knee up. Place both hands onto that left knee. Keep a nice proud chest. Drop those back toes down. Squeeze your right glute. Drive your hip forward. Feel free to even take your left elbow, place it down. Reaching up and overhead. Feeling a nice stretch into that oblique. Feel like this feels good just as it is. Feel free to just hang out here. Awesome. One more deep breath here. Now you're actually going to pivot that back knee. Now you're going to open up the hip here. So notice how I'm facing my camera. Knee is open, toe is in line with the knee. I'm going to place my hand on my hip, and then I'm going to slowly dive into that knee. Feeling a nice stretch in the inner thigh. And you can rock back and forth on this one. You're gonna push that knee, rock a little bit back and forth. Feeling a nice stretch to those adductors. The thing is a lot of times we get like knee and ankle issues is because we've got really tight adductors or even lower back pain. So I feel like, oh, this is a lot. Just a little bit. Even just hang out here and be like, okay, that's good. You just go as you need. Awesome, one more time. Great job. Now we're gonna pivot around, switch sides. So left knee can come down, right knee can come up. Keeping that 90-degree bend. So knee, hip, 90-degree bend. Drop the back toe down. Leaning forward into that knee. Feel free to reach up and over. Doing awesome. Keep breathing into the core, into the hip flexor. One more deep breath in here. Amazing. So now you're gonna pivot on that left knee, opening up that right hip now. Okay, hand can come on your left hip here, right hand goes onto your knee, and then you're just gonna do a nice dynamic stretch here. So a little bit of rocking back and forth, really trying to drive that knee open. Jamming out to some jazz music today. Awesome. So this can be a really good dynamic warm-up move for when you are doing any strenuous or higher impact activities. I know I like to do this before I bike ride just to open up my hips, because when you're sitting in that position, you're just tightening up those hip flexors. Or even in between your work day, if you're sitting a lot, great one to do and get into those hips with. All right, so come back onto all fours. Okay, tabletop position. Walk your hands a little bit further ahead of you, so just right stretch out in front of you. Curl those toes under, lift your hips up. We got a downward facing dog. Bringing the head between your shoulders, sinking one heel down at a time. Walk out your dog. Heel toe, heel toe. Walk your feet as wide as your mat. Walk your hands up towards your feet. You can keep a nice bend to those knees. What you're going to do here is you're going to explore to those hamstrings a little bit. Walk your hands towards your left foot. And towards your right foot. Try to keep your soft bend to your knees. Feel a nice stretch into those hamstrings. And even coming center and bring your hands to the back of your calves or your hamstrings here. Feel a nice stretch into the back body. Now you're going to walk your hands to your knees. Keep a nice flat back. Take a nice deep inhale. Bring both hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, pulling open that chest. Take a nice inhale and head comes up last. Amazing. Feel free to hold on to this or take any of the stretches that we just went through, you guys. You did great. Thank you so much for joining me for today's quick stretch. I'm Coach Candace. If you enjoyed today's stretch, please send me some feedback, or if you'd like to see any other workout videos or any other exercises that are in alignment with your goals, let me know. I'd love to help you out with your goals. As a certified holistic nutritionist and personal trainer, you guys, I've been doing this now for 10 years, which is crazy, but I love helping people. So if you or if you know anyone that needs assistance with their health goals, send them my way. I'd love to help out. Make it a great rest of your day.